So, when we get started with soil, what we normally do is do a soil test, right? Everybody's familiar with soil testing? And you go and you take a sample, and we call it composite core at work. And you take a bunch of composites, top 6-inch soil profile, put it in a bucket, mix it up, put it in a bag, you send it to UConn, take a snapshot, get it back, and you say, okay, I've got zinc and copper and all these other things are in your soil. And you take it and you say to yourself, okay, I have to add or this is phosphorus. Add some phosphorus, a little high in potassium, a little low in sulfur, and you're going to mix stuff together, and you're going to amend your soil, right? And you're going to say, okay, I'm starting with organic matter 3%, and every percent organic matter is about 20 pounds of nitrogen per acre, which is here, is estimated nitrogen release, ENR. So as your soil organic content increases, your nutrient flux increases. So organic content, as we all know in this group, I imagine, is intrinsic to the function of soil. Okay? So we take this snapshot and we get where we are. So we go to another soil sample here, and we're going to say, okay, we're high organic content, high estimated nitrogen release, higher nutrients all around. Which soil is healthier? This one or this one?
Well, it depends on the standards.
Boom. It depends. We don't know. This is a snapshot. This is a chemical snapshot. We've treated soil like a chemistry set for the past 100 years. Okay, we don't know what's going on in the system. This could be a soil that was beat to death, and the person is building it back up. Right? The person's, the farmer or the gardener is doing the right thing. And this could be a virgin soil that was forest, and the person's beating it to death, and it's just not yet dead. We haven't exhausted the nutrients. We haven't harvested all the carbon out of it and liberated it to the atmosphere. We don't know, is the answer. So use these with caution. Use them. When you get started, absolutely do a soil test, but it's not the be-all, it's not the end-all. Okay? The chemical makeup of your soil is not what makes it function. Okay? So, it's 2016. New Horizons flew by Pluto last August. We've got images of the farthest dwarf planet. I will still say planet because I'm old school. We've got things like projectors and laser pointers, which isn't working really that well. We've got Bluetooth. We've got all these things, and we don't understand the dirt beneath our feet. How ironic is this? So why are we now looking beneath our feet? And the answer is that we're finally beginning to understand soil is not a chemistry set. Okay? And I work for the USDA, but think about it. The USDA is finally realizing soil is not a chemistry set. Big government is looking at the ecology, the study of the interaction of life in the soil. We understand 0.001% of defined bacteria in the soil. The more we learn, the more we realize we don't know. Okay? But we're starting to understand. We have to change how we're doing business. We can't keep chemically farming. It's not sustainable. It's not regenerative. You keep throwing chemicals after something, and you get what we have today. You get pollution, you get degradation, you get eutrophication, you get dead zones. Okay? I'm a lot of water here, right? All right. Economics. This is where I have to sell the farmers. If you can't make money doing it, it's not going to get done, because the farmers I work with are in it as their job. This is their job, is to make money. And if it doesn't make sense economically to do what we're talking about today, it's not going to happen. And luckily for us, the economics work. It's cheaper to do things like nature than to fight nature. Less fuel, less chemicals. Every dollar, I don't care if you're a farmer or if you're a gardener, every dollar you spend on your garden, every minute you're out there doing something, you could be doing something else, is time and money that is basically wasted and might not have an impact. Okay? Especially with labor costs nowadays. EPA, Connecticut Deep, are paying attention. Yesterday I was at the regional non-point source pollution conference. Non-point source pollution is basically pollution that does not come out of a pipe. Okay, so not like a factory discharging. We're talking leaching off of a field, runoff, etc. Environmental regulations are coming down. Lake Champlain, I think it's 78% of the phosphorus load in Lake Champlain is from farmland. Okay? 0% of that lake is an attainment for phosphorus. And there are multiple agencies coming together to try to figure out what to do. Long Island Sound, the exact same thing. So we have to figure out what we can do, what we can work at. So we have to understand that even though we have a right to farm, even though we have a right to garden, we have a right to have a beautiful, perfect lawn, which I'm not always the biggest fan of, everything that we do that leaks out of the system has an impact on somebody else. So your rights stop where my rights begin, right?
Right.
Here's a tricky one with the USDA. The world population is going to increase 17%. Why do we need 70% more food? I'm not going to get into the inefficiency of the current food model, but we need to use our land more efficiently. We're losing land. Okay, we're losing land, and we're growing people, and people need to eat.